Did 3 twice. Is it live? It's live! What up, bitches? Hello and welcome to... Now, I keep saying it's my 5th annual goal setting party, but is it? Is it or is it the 4th? I don't know. Anyway, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You should have one of these workbooks. If you don't, if you were either too tight to buy one, that's fine. You should have got a free PDF version with your ticket. If you haven't printed it, it don't matter, okay? It's fine. I just am a perfectionist and I like to do it all beautifully, but you can just use a notebook if you need. Now, speaking of notebooks, what else are you going to need today? If this is your first rodeo, buckle up, get excited. You're going to need your goal setting party book. If you haven't got one, don't worry, we're all going to share. It's good to have a notebook and a pen. And, oh, Jay, where's my diary? My diary, I don't need it here yet. That's fine, we'll get it in the second half. If you have a paper calendar or a paper diary, and I'm a massive fan of a paper diary, call me old-fashioned, but I was born in the 1900s, do you know what I mean? Then you're gonna need that too. Also, I would advise not watching this on your phone because you're gonna need your phone for some shit we're gonna do later, okay? So, if you can do it not on your phone, top marks, and of course, snacks and a drink. Do you want to know what I've got this year? I've gone very classy. I have gone for a bowl of chocolate coins, dairy milk no less, and 2 buzzballs. I have got another 48 of these in the fridge. If we get there, if I need more of them, it's going to be fine. This is my favourite flavour, strawberry Rita. Love that for me. Anyway, should I read the comments quickly? Oh my God, there's people from the Netherlands. I saw someone say that they were from Houston, Texas. Jay and I went to a place called Hickory Smokehouse earlier, which is a... Now, I am a person that has been to Houston Airport quite a few times. When I say quite a few times, at least 4. And this food here in Lincolnshire literally tastes like it is from Houston, Texas. It is the nicest brisket. We ate 3 meals between 2 of us, so make of that what you will. Someone is from Norway. Someone is from San Diego, California, Portland, Sweden, Toronto, LA. Hello. Oh, I'm going to LA. Florida, Germany, Washington State, Denver, Colorado. This is actually just turning into a whole list of places, but I like it. It's very like Poole. Where's Poole? Connecticut. Oh my God, Essex, oi, oi, yes. We love, Scotland, Wales, South London, Australia, Nottingham, Worthing. I spent most of my childhood in Worthing, fun fact. We used to hang out at a cemetery there. It's a long story. Anyway, shall we get in? I'm just gonna crack open a buzzball. Shall we crack on with the goal setting practice? Now, this is gonna take about 2 hours. If it goes a little bit over, it goes a little bit over. I'm the boss, I can do whatever the fuck I like. We are going to be going through this. This is several exercises. I think there's about 8 or 9 exercises. And the first half of this, we're going to have a little break in the middle for those of us with weak bladders, or if you want a cigarette break, whatever you want. The first part of this, the first half of this, is reflecting on the year you've just had. Now, whether you had an incredible year or you had a shitty year, this is so important to do because we are unable to manifest in alignment with what we truly want in our lives and what is truly going to bring us joy and move us forward in a meaningful way if we don't look at the past first. Like we just can't do it. So you may feel like, why are we going back over 2025 and what's just gone? It is vital, okay? It's fucking vital. So we're going to do that first. Now, who's ready to begin? Because I'll fucking Anne. Oh, someone said you keep freezing, Fran. My Wi-Fi's on, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, you might have to tell Bo. Do I keep freezing? Do I need to tell my child that she needs to get off her iPad? You're the technical expert. Do you think I need to?
I mean, it shouldn't make much of a difference.
Sometimes she's watching YouTube on the TV and she's on her iPad at the same time. Bo! We'll find out. Anyway, do I keep freezing? Is anyone else saying that? Oh, someone else just said it. It keeps lagging.
Not freezing, not freezing, not freezing, nah, no freezing, no freezing.
Yes, no, yeah, lagging. Freezing for me. Right, fucking hell, Jesus. Okay, right, there's a lot of comments. We're fine. This starts off with one of my favourite quotes from James Clear, who of course is the author of Atomic Habits, incredible book, we've read it in the book club. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And I feel like that is such a perfect quote to open with, because you all want to achieve your goals, right? None of you want to end the year being like, oh, fuck, another year's gone by, I ain't done it. No one wants that. And yet that happens to so many people. It happens to so many people I know. That's because we don't rise. I'm going to directly quote him. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We literally fall to the level of our self-discipline, the level of our systems, our processes, and what we do every day. And that is why we are doing it in this particular way. And it may seem a little bit anal, but it's necessary. Now, get excited, because you are taking the time to plan out, I've got the wrong book. You are taking the time to plan out an incredible year for yourself. And if this is your first year here, congratulations. How good does it feel to just take a couple of hours out of your life to ensure that future you gets to live the life that you deserve? You know, I sat here 5 years ago in an overcrowded house with not enough bedrooms for children. I was literally laying on the floor like I was in Les Mis or something. Not much money. I'd lost my business in London. So many things in my life were, I'm going to say shit. So many things were shit. And it's only because that past version of myself, year after year, showed up and decided, didn't just fucking happen, decided to make my dream life happen, whatever that looks like for me, that now my life is completely different. And that is going to be the same for you. In a year's time, you're going to look back and be like, thank you, 2025 little bitch version of me, for doing that, because you've changed my fucking life. Now, if you turn to, Jay, there's no page numbers.
You asked not to have them.
Oh, apparently I asked not to have them. So if you turn to, right, there's exercise 1, but there's something to say before exercise 1, right? This is journaling on what season of life you find yourself in now. And I just want to say a little bit about respecting the season of your life. Now, this is often a place where people go so wrong when setting their goals. Now, when I first started doing this years ago, I had young newborn babies. I could not do all the fun things that you want to do in your year. I couldn't travel, I couldn't date, I couldn't socialise a lot, I couldn't go to festivals, I couldn't take drugs, I couldn't drink alcohol, really. I was breastfeeding for 14 hours a day. There was a lot that I could not do. Now, if I had set my goals without looking at the season of my life and where I'm at and what goals are going to best suit that season, I would have ended up setting goals that were not in alignment for my life at that time and basically setting myself up to fail. That ain't what we're doing here, bitches. So I want you to really think about the unique challenges and opportunities that this time in your life affords you. Now, if I think about myself, I've just come out of a 5-year season of being in like balls deep, fucking hard trenches of motherhood, minimal childcare, minimal nursery, constant fucking like, ugh. And it's been wonderful, okay? It's been wonderful. But that was my season. Now this year, this is the first year that I look and I'm like, oh, I'm now a mother to school children. This is a different fucking era for me, bitches. It's a different fucking era. It is a different ballgame. My goals are going to be able to reflect that. I'm going to be able to achieve things this year that I couldn't in previous years because my children are at school. I'm in a different era of motherhood. So I'd love for you to think now, are you leaving a relationship? Are you leaving a marriage? Are you grieving your parents? Are you starting a new job? Are you in a transition between university and the real world? Like, what is it that your season is right now? And just a small word as well. By the way, you can start journaling this if you want. So it's this page, exercise 1. You can just use this space to journal what season of life you find yourself in now. If 2025 has been a fallow year, or maybe 2026 needs to be, So this will save you the anguish of telling yourself, oh, I should have done more, and accept the season you find yourself in. So please do start journaling, and I'm just going to waffle on and read some comments and stuff whilst you do this. So I was thinking about this for myself. I don't feel like I'm in a fallow year in 2026, but I do feel like I'm in like a semi-fallow year. So 2025 was a huge year for me, career-wise. Like that was intense. Like everything to do with the book, touring around the country, doing all the stuff that came with it. Like I know it probably didn't look a lot, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And it took it out of me for several months after, like genuinely several months after. I didn't see any friends. I just didn't leave my house. Like I truly needed to hibernate after that. And so do I want another massive year again, work-wise, after that? The truth is, I really don't. You can't constantly stay on. You can't keep on all the time. So for me, I feel like it's a semi-fallow year. When I think as well about this season of my life right now, this Christmas just gone, and the last month or so, I feel like I've had like an epiphany from the universe, which is that I'm never going to get this time back again. Like I'm never going to have children this young again. My children, it feels like, are suddenly growing so quickly. This Christmas was the first Christmas that Bo, the oldest one, just had like books and a cushion and like clothes. And there was nothing kind of like fun, or like she didn't really have any like toys for Christmas. And I could almost like see that Christmas magic slipping away. Like she helped me move the elf on the shelf for the younger girls. And seeing that like broke my heart in a way, but like I'm never going to get this time back. Like when we talk about the good old days, like this is it. These are the good old days. They are at the perfect age right now where we can travel, we can go and do fun things together. We are all like a little team, and I am not a fool. That's not going to last forever. Sorry, I always cry in this, but like I didn't think it would be so soon. But I do recognise like that is not going to last forever, and there's no one I would rather spend my time with than them. And so this year, when I think about my season of life, it's like I'm in like peak motherhood. I am in peak motherhood where they're at beautiful ages, they're at fun ages, and I just want to be present with them and slow down and make the most of this year. And that sounds a bit boring. I know that in past years I've been like, I'm going to buy my dream house and I'm going to make £1 million and I'm going to write a best-selling book. And it feels like this has been a bit of a lesson, not a lesson, but like I've had to train myself. Like it's okay for this to be a goal, for this to be your theme of the year, for this to be your season. And so put in the comments, what is your season? Beth says toddler mum season. Oh, thoughts and prayers to you, Beth. Fucking hell, it is hard work. Oh, they're going too fast. Mine is 18 and it feels like age 8 was just yesterday. You are wise to focus. Yeah, it's true. I don't want to look back and think, oh, I made loads of money and I had 3 best-selling books, but damn, I wish I hadn't missed so much of my daughter's childhood. That's not going to be me. I'm definitely in a fallow year. My 2-year-old and 4-year-old have exhausted me. 2 preschoolers is hard. Yes, it fucking is. I divorced this year and I'm starting to feel safe. It's the worst year of my life. I'm finding out who I am. Your comment has gone, but let me tell you, divorced women are the happiest people on earth. That's not just me saying that. It's a scientific fact, okay? It's a scientific fact. So get ready for 2026 to probably be the best year of your life, okay? I don't know if you got the memo. We don't need men anymore. I'm getting very radicalised against that. Oh, someone said they got an empty nest. That can bring its own advantages. Business building, first-time mum, baby due in May, a year of rest, nature and nurture. Oh, someone's transitioning. Oh, I can't. Teens almost ready to go away for college, freeing up my time, but also wanting to cherish these moments before they leave. My children have left home. Oh, my God. Yep. Oh, a success season. I want to become financially free. Do you know what? There's nothing better than being financially free because you can do whatever the fuck you like. And I was saying this on my stories this morning about if you've got children and their dads don't like pay towards them or whatever. It doesn't bother you if you're rich. It's annoying, but you're like, my life's not going to depend on it. I fucking love it. Okay, has everybody journaled this exercise 1? Are you clear on what season you are in? Let me know. Let me know. Single professional season. That was so loud. I love a buzzball, truly. Okay. Ooh, Amelia said it's my comeback season. Don't you love that? Do you know what? I'm so jealous of everyone getting divorced right now with Lily Allen's album as their soundtrack. I'm so jealous. If I could go back and get divorced again, I would. Sovereign Power season. Hello, Game of Thrones. Regulating, healing. Okay. Right, are we ready to move on? No one's actually commented saying, yes, we're ready to move on. Let me know, because I don't want to like go too fast or too slow. So let me know. Okay, shit, we're 18 minutes in. Actually, we need to do exercise 2. Okay, so exercise 2, reflecting on the year that we've just had is so important before we move on to the year ahead. So, oh, Jay, I forgot to get my goal book from last year. Fucking hell. Okay, so have you got your goal setting book from last year, or do you have your list of goals for 2025? This is going to be helpful for you to see what you've achieved and what you haven't. But I also want you to, this is why we're not watching it on your phone, because I want you to get your phone and go into your camera roll, because we are going to write a list on this page here of everything that has happened, everything that you've achieved, the high points. You can write the low points as well. If there's anything that, as you go through your camera roll, you think, ooh, I remember that. Either I was looking forward to it and it didn't feel the way I thought it would feel, or low points that you don't want to repeat, you can put those in too. But I want you to basically write a list here of everything that happened in 2025, everything of note, okay? So start writing and don't rely on your memory. If you go back through your camera roll, this is incredible, because there's going to be things in there that you didn't even remember happened, okay? So when I went through this, I actually found, again, I'm just going to be talking whilst you're doing this. Please don't wait for me. You start writing. I found there were a few things that I would not have written down had I not gone through my camera roll. So one of them was, like, some amazing things happened to us in 2025, right? We got a puppy. I went to Tuscany with my friends. I went to Dubai on my own with the girls. I spent my 40th in the fucking Bahamas. I had a best-selling book, right? All amazing things. But when I looked back on my camera roll, I saw that there was a day in the summer where it was hot. It was like a heat wave. And I never really let my children have time off school. I'm like, no, like Bo does not have any days off really. And I said to her, should we have a fucking day off? Like, just don't go into school. And she stayed off school, and we treated it like it was a 1-day holiday. It was like 35 degrees or something. So we got the pool open. We had a barbecue for lunch. We ate our food outside. They were on the trampoline running around with like the hose pipe. We were in the pool all day. My sister came over at like 8 o'clock at night, and we had a Nando's in the garden until 10 o'clock at night. It was one of the best days ever. Now, as you can see, if I had been just thinking of like, what were my big achievements, letting my child have a day off school probably wouldn't have like made that list. However, when I reflect back on the year and I look through those photos, it's really clear to me, like, that was one of the best days of the year. Like, if I could repeat any of my days, that would actually be one of them for sure. So I've got a mixture of things on here. They're really big things and they're really small things. So taking the girls to Dubai on my own. I mean, I met people there, but I actually flew on my own with 3 fucking children. I mean, hello, not everyone can do that. I'm just saying. So Dubai on my own. Oh, I visited Anna Nicole Smith's grave, and that was one of the highlights of my life. I love Anna Nicole Smith, and I love that. I got a barbecue. Don't know how to use the barbecue, but I've got a barbecue, and that's actually one of my goals for this year, is to be taught how to use an egg barbecue properly. I had a weekend away with my mum friends, which we have talked about for years and years and years, and it's never happened. So for my 40th, we went to Butlins. Forget the destination. It was the most fun I've ever had. We got a puppy. I went to Tuscany. I got my ears pierced twice. See, this is what I mean by it doesn't have to be really big things. It can be small things. We had a summer holiday and went out on a boat. We went to Cornwall. I recorded my audiobook. One of the worst things I've ever done in my fucking life. 4 days of pure hell. Recording an audiobook. Wouldn't recommend it. I was on live TV and in newspapers for my book. I went to Newcastle. I did an 8-date book tour. I went to a festival with the girls. The girls started school. The girls learned to swim. That's one again that I would have like totally forgotten about. I kind of did teach them to swim, but then they did swimming lessons. We went to Halloween in New York. That was something that's always been like a bucket list thing of mine, is that when Bohemia is older, we have like little girls' trips. So we took our first one. We went to New York and New Jersey for Halloween, and it was amazing. And then we're going to actually go to LA for Easter. I'm very excited about that. Oh, God. I was on Sophie Ellis Bextor's podcast. I got my sitting room decorated. That was one of my goals for last year. I always have a goal for my home, like my living environment. I think that's really important. And my sitting room was like a squat, so it really needed to be done. I did 2 red carpets, Pride of Britain and... Do you want to know a secret? I don't think I've really told anyone this. It's one of those things where I feel a bit weird saying it, but I went to Pride of Britain and I got so drunk on the free bar and I kissed H, as in the rapper. As in, he's about 25 years old, yeah. Got his number in my phone and everything. I put that on my list, that was quite fun. I didn't put that on my list, I put Pride of Britain on my list. I upgraded my lashes. So at the beginning of this year, I had very long, heavy hair extensions and very long, heavy eyelashes. And I mean, I'm pretty sure, no, they look a bit crazy at the moment because it's been 3 weeks, but I found a new lash person. And I was like, this is on my face every day. This is important to me. So I upgraded my lash person. She's incredible. I went to Abbey Race Festival. Sorry. I did solo dates with the twins. This is something I've dreamt about ever since they were born. Being able to take them out one-on-one, like true one-on-one time. And we did that in 2025. I went to a festival, like a girly pop festival with each of them individually, and it's fucking amazing. So that's my list. I think that is actually my comprehensive list. So have you all written I went to Singapore and Bali on my own for over a month. The best time. Oh, I'm so jealous of you, pivotal assistant. I walked in London Fashion Week and it feels insane. Life with Caitlin. What the fuck? That's amazing. This year has been incredible. I bought an Audi, bought a house, got Invisalign. Best decision you'll ever make. Got Invisalign, went on holiday 5 times. She don't care about a carbon footprint. Got 2 little kittens and got engaged in New York at Christmas time. Congratulations, Alicia. That is, I mean, come on. You've had a fucking amazing year. I did DMT at a festival. So my friend Herb, actually I probably shouldn't say his name, sorry, forget I said that. My friend Herbatia has got DMT. Are you talking about the drug? Yeah, he's like, you can see your ancestors, or like you can see, I kind of want to do it. My youngest had her, oh God, this is going too fast. I left my husband, a fucking win for me. Yes, it fucking is. I'm all for bitches leaving their husbands, okay? She's a divorce influencer. You will be your happiest when you're divorced, I'm telling you. But not as hard as living with a man that you don't like. I left a 6-year relationship and survived my first year as a single mum to 3. Fucking yes, Ella Lauren. I love that for you. Do you know what? The first year is horrible. You will feel like, what do I do at the weekends? Like, you're so used to spending your time with someone else, especially if you have children. And like, who do I go on holiday with now? These are all things that are very real and they will happen, but you figure it out as the time goes. Every year it just gets better and better. Right. I've started to take my 3 children out on my own after having years of social anxiety. Do you know what? That is so incredible. I remember when I first had the twins thinking, how the fuck am I going to get around with these 3 children by myself? And to be able to go out and do it, that is an absolute incredible win. I did snorkeling in Egypt and saw the pyramids. Oh, fucking hell, I want to go and see the pyramids. Okay, are we all done with exercise 2? Because now I want you to celebrate those wins. Now, we all know that what is celebrated is repeated. And with the universe, if you are receiving so many riches and abundance into your life, if you are going on the holidays, you're traveling, you're blessed with amazing friends and family and children and money and an incredible home, whatever it might be, even if what you have is not quite where you want to be, this is the vital part. We have to give thanks and we have to celebrate what we have already. Otherwise, we cannot manifest more. It is a simple law of the universe. And so you can celebrate however you want. Sometimes people have like a bottle of champagne and they like to put personalized labels on it for each goal. Some people like to take themselves out for like a shopping trip and buy themselves a token item. I personally like to do this because I'm an oversharer. That's how I live my life. So I make a little vision board or a reel or whatever, and I'm currently midway through making a video of my 2025, but there's so much on there. I've got to edit it down and share it on social media and just give thanks to the universe, give thanks to yourself for making that shit happen. So celebrate those wins. I've got the driest cough and it's horrible. However you want, but it is important to look back and reflect on everything that's happened. It's so, so important to recognize and celebrate those wins. What will be celebrated will be repeated. Okay, are we ready for exercise 3? It says lagging again. You snogged H. Love it. Yeah, I did. He's one of the nicest men I've ever met. He's very, very nice, very, very kind, very, very charismatic. Not my type usually, but Jay, how old is he?
He is 20-something, like 25.
Let's Google it. Let's Google it. Let's see if it's inappropriate or not. I reckon 25. What do you reckon?
26.
He's 26. Thank God. Thank God. Axating. Right. What video editing do you like to use? CapCut. I got a blepharoplasty, which I thought I couldn't afford. My friend just had that done, who shall remain nameless. Oh, protesting for Palestine. Time well spent. I had a dream I was in a throuple with my husband. What? Oh, I was in a throuple with H, but my husband was not amused. Very niche dream there. Okay, I think we're ready for exercise 3, aren't we? We're ready. So, reflecting back on the highs and lows, should we talk about the lows? Because we haven't really talked about that, have we? Should we have a little... No, because we're going to do that in a second. We are going to focus on, if you turn the page to this one, and I've written here, oh, you can't see it, I don't think, because it's, there you go. This is not a goal list, okay? Exercise 3 is not a goal list. We ain't got to that bit yet. We are simply focusing on what we want to start or carry on doing. So what from 2025 did you start that you want to carry on? And then what do you want to leave in 2025? What do you want to stop doing? Okay, so you have these 2 pages here. Please do start writing. Now I've got some great ones for carrying on. I've got the gym and sauna. I have got a lovely, lovely, lovely little habit of going to David Lloyd twice a week, sometimes once. And I go in the gym, I do a workout, and then I go in the sauna, then I go in the cold shower, then I go in the sauna, then I go in the cold shower, then I go in the sauna, and it brings me joy. I definitely want to carry that on. Walking every day. That dog, I got a dog in 2025, that dog has been the best personal trainer I could have ever asked for. She makes me walk every single day. We walk for about an hour to an hour and a half every day. It is like a multiple benefit because I'm walking, the children are walking, the dog's walking, we're not driving to school, so we're not like impacting the environment. It is like a multi-purpose habit and I fucking love it. So I want to carry on doing that. What else do I want to carry on? Oh, I'm going to put here more professional podcast. So I've moved my podcast into my studio in North London and they are now doing all the editing. They're actually not that good at it sometimes, so I do need to pull them up on that. But they're doing all the editing, they're doing all the social media clips, they're doing all the stuff. And it takes a bit of organisation to make it happen. But being more professional with the podcast and not just recording it in my dressing gown at home is definitely something that I want to carry on. And not only carry on, but expand upon. Like I was thinking, if I'm doing a whole day of filming, I might start getting my makeup artist to come. So like, you know, get more content, you know, all the things. What else do I want to carry on? What else do I want to carry on?
Healthy eating. You've been like much less Deliveroo's this year.
Have I?
Oh.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh.
No, that dog is not allowed in. Is it a dog or a child? It's a child. What else do I want to carry on? I guess I don't know. No, do you know what? That's it. I would urge you to not fill things in just for the sake of it. Your brain only has so much capacity with this. We want to leave as much brain capacity as possible for Bo, what are you doing? Can you do it in the other room? Take him in there with you, my darling. Your brain only has so much capacity for your goals and so much bandwidth. So if you feel like, look, carry on, gym and sauna. Can you shut that door after my angel? Thank you. Walking every day, more professional podcast. That's it. 3. And I'm scrapping the less Deliveroo because I actually use Deliveroo as a personal chef. I do. I use it as, like, if you think about it, someone said to me, like, you need to outsource more. You're a successful woman. You should have a housekeeper. And I was like, I could.
Give Bo a $5.
I have paid Bo to start doing a lot of housework. Yeah, like, I just treat Deliveroo like the fresh Thai food from the city, Wagamama, Nando's. I just treat it like it's my personal chef. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, and what do you want to stop doing? I would say scrolling. I've got into this weird thing with scrolling where I will be so productive and I will not look at my phone and I'll be so good. But then after a period of that, I will get to like late at night and I'll scroll till like 3 a.m. I hate it. And I tell you what I need to do to stop that is Mel Robbins's 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, physical movement. That is all I need to do for that. So stop scrolling, on my start and carry on processes. I'm putting a lot of processes in at work, like so that things aren't so slapdash and unorganized, and I want to continue that. Stop doing scrolling. Maybe I'm just perfect because I can't think of anything else. Let's see what other people are saying. Absorbing people's bad energy. Yes. Scrolling. Yes. I keep saying in the book club, shall we do a phone addiction book? And people are very resistant to it. So I might just have to do it as a separate thing. Procrastinating, people pleasing, self-doubt, negative thoughts, the need to hustle. All of those. Oh, someone put one. Stop staying up late. I'm stealing that. Staying up late. That is something that is really hard for me because I'm a night owl, but I really want to start going to bed. And this is going to sound mental, but before midnight. Before midnight would be a real positive for me. Leaving behind being worried what other people think about me. Absolutely, respectfully, fuck them. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck them. Procrastinating, eating processed food, financial confusion, blackout drinking. This sounds like the title of my next book.
Employment.
Oh, the book club I'm in. I hate the women in it. Hope it's not our book club. Oh, carry on with boundaries. That's a really, really good one. Leaving behind poor planning. Yes, these are all really good ones. So again, guys, don't put loads on here. Look, this is what my one looks. I don't know if you can see this. This is what my one looks like. I've literally got 4 things on one side. I've got 3 things on the other. Sorry, 2 things, scrolling and staying up late. Imagine if next year I have achieved leaving behind scrolling and staying up late. Can you imagine how much better my life will be as a result? Can you imagine the compound effect that would have on my daily life? How much more I'd be able to achieve, how much more present I could be. Like, it'd be fucking amazing. So don't write too much here. Now, let's go. Oh, should we do this? Yes. So on the next page, you'll see this, and you can choose one thing to consciously uncouple with right now. So out of those 2 things, I'm actually going to say staying up late. I will let go of staying up late. Now, we're just committing to one thing here. I will do this by Wi-Fi going off at midnight, because mine goes off at about 1 a.m. and it's too late. And setting alarm. I'm going to have a bedtime alarm, okay? And it's going to remind me, you said this was important to you, you need to go to fucking bed. Okay, who's ready for exercise 4? Get excited. Oh, wow, look, Joanna says, I started sleeping at regular hours every night and meditating every morning, and you wouldn't believe the focus I have now at sports, at work, even during salsa dancing lessons. Oh, hello. It's so evident. Do you know what? It's often the simplest things that you're able to repeat every day. Like, they sound so boring, but they make such a big difference in your life. I love buzzballs. Did I mention this? If anyone wants to get me these for my birthday, I'd appreciate it. Right, exercise 4. This is the wheel of life. Get excited. I love this. Oh, I really wish I had my book from last year. Huh? Oh, yeah. Wait, am I in the middle of the screen? So, exercise 4, bitches, the wheel of life. Now, we are going to rate our lives in all the different areas from 1 to 10. 1 or 0 rather, being the shittiest, okay? Fucking terrible. And 10 being it cannot get any better. Do you know what I mean? Now you should have a little, oh, there's that dog. You should have a little diagram there, and we're just gonna fill it in by colouring in as far as you want to go, okay? Now, if you have last year's Wheel of Life, I can't believe I forgot to bring mine down. This is terrible. But if you have last year's one, it's really interesting to compare them year on year. But your girl fucking forgot. So let's move on. Job and career. By the way, start doing this, guys. Don't wait for me. Job and career. I would say I'm at like a 7 or an 8. Because I'm having an incredible time. I'm doing what I love every day. I would literally do this shit for free. If I could, if I had a rich husband that would keep me in the life to which I'm accustomed. But it, of course, could be better, right? It could be better. How could it be better? Like, it would be lovely to work with other people more, like in person, not always being like working on my own. It'd be amazing to have more support, more help. It'd be amazing to write more books. It'd be amazing. I don't know. There's like so many ways it could be better. And actually, this is good because it encourages you to think, right? If something is a 7 or a 5, okay, well, how could it be better? Now I'm saying that, I'm like, how could it be better? I guess I could just be more successful, right? I could be like Rhonda Byrne or fucking Mel Robbins. Like, hello, that's how it could be better for me. Money and finances. Oh, now this is a tough one. Money is something I think I'm very, very good at manifesting, but I have had a £500,000 tax bill, but I am close to paying it off. So I would say, I gotta say it's probably an 8. I'm going for an 8. That is one higher than my career. And then see, that feels like uneven because I love my career. So I feel like that should be higher, but we are where we are. Let's go with it. Okay. So think about your money and finances. Are you investing? Do you have a retirement account if that is something you feel you need? Have you got a property? Do you feel stable? Do you feel secure? Are you earning enough at work? Are you, if you have your own business, are you making the sales that you want to make? Are you a rich bitch, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And rich is different for everyone, okay? It's different for everyone. I was telling Jay a story earlier because Jay is only 21. And I was saying how when I was younger, I was at a rooftop bar with my friends in London and we'd been shopping beforehand and I had like this paper Primark bag. And then we went to this quite swanky like rooftop bar and they were like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing that you've got like a Primark bag. And I was like, I started to get really fucking pissed off. And I was like, do you know what? None of you fuckers own a property in London. I'm 25 probably, and I've got a flat in central London. Like, what have you fucking got? Do you know? And it really pissed me off. I was like, yeah, I shop within my means. Anyway, he's laughing now. What was my point of saying that? You need to be comfortable with your spending. You need to be comfortable with your priorities, with your money. What do you want to spend your money on? Where do you feel like you would get the most value from your money? Do you value security and stability and owning a property? Are you a free spirit and actually you'd rather spend your money on travel? Like, what do you want to spend it on, bitch? And have you got enough? That's the question. Okay, the next one is family and friends. Now, I'm sure that we actually changed this. I'm sure family and friends were going to be separate because people have very different, like, if you want, guys, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a line. You might not be able to see this. I'm going to draw a line down the middle of family and friends so that you can have one section for family and one for friends because they may be very different. Family, I'm going to put at a 8 because my children can be very fractious sometimes, like very, very, like they get into an age where sometimes they don't get on with each other and they argue, and Bo sometimes is like, I hate these twins. And that I wish was better. Okay. Friends, I would say probably like a strong 7 actually. A strong 7. I always have people I want to hang out with. I have lots of friends for like lots of different things. I do wish I had more like immediate vicinity friends, like friends in this village. Although I think I've manifested this. 2 of my friends have moved to my village in like the last month, which is crazy. So I think I've already manifested that. And in fact, another girl I know who I met here, she's from Essex, like me, and she moved here and she's really lovely, but I never ever get to see her. She's like, guess what? I viewed a house in your village today. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just manifesting everyone moving here and I love it. So your friends, mark out of 10. Health and physical body. Okay. I'm going to put a 6 because actually, hang on, where is 6? 6 is there. My health has been better than it has been probably in my whole life, like for a very, very long time. I'm going to the gym twice a week. I'm walking every day. I'm doing certain things like I take magnesium every night. I take my symbiotics every morning. Like I actually feel like I'm in a very good place. But of course, looking at like 1 to 10, could I run a marathon? No. Could I do, what's one of those things where you like, could I do a pull-up? Absolutely not. So there's room for improvement. Personal development. Now, I don't go to therapy because I'm resistant. However, I do host the UK's, I'm going to do a 7, guys. I do host the UK's largest self-development group, and truly the book club is all this personal development I need. I'm also getting very, very good recently at like exercising boundaries and saying uncomfortable things. Earlier, we were in this restaurant and basically Jay and I both got a drink that we hated. And we were like, no, you say something to him. I was like, no, we need to exercise this muscle. So I just said to the woman, like, these drinks taste like dog shit. Like, can we change them for something else? And then she was like, yeah. And then we pretended it was Jay's birthday so we could get a free donut. And then when it came, I was like, can I have a free donut as well? And then they gave us a load of free stuff as well. It's like, You just have to ask. I saw an amazing reel the other day, and it was a woman who was working with Kim Kardashian on All's Fair, and there were like 2 seats, and then Kim was like, oh, are you happy to sit in that seat? And she's like, not really, this is my better side, can we switch? And she's like, yeah. And they were like, that is a masterclass in just asking for what you want. Just ask for what you want, be transparent, just say it. It doesn't need to be fucking deep, do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna give myself a 7. No, what did I give myself? A 7 for personal development. No, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna give myself an 8. I'm gonna give myself an 8. I've changed my mind. Fun and adventure. Okay, I am still a mother of 3, so I can't get too wild. But this year I have done a lot of travel, either with friends, child-free, or with the girls. I'm going to give myself a 6 for that. Is that a 6? Yes, that's a 6. So fun and adventure could be, do you have a hobby? Do you go pole dancing? Do you do fun things with your friends, or do you just always just go out and meet for food? Like, do you do fun things together? Do you go to festivals? Like, do you have fun and adventure? Or I tell you what I love, urban exploring. That's my idea of fun. Physical environment. Now, this is one that always flummoxes me because I'm always like, I love my house, but I sometimes question if I love where it is. So your physical environment, whether that is your office space, where you spend the majority of your time, your home environment, that's what we're mostly talking about here. Is your home environment a place that makes you feel like it's a safe sanctuary from the world, somewhere you can rest and recharge? My home is very important to me. Like, I have to have an aesthetically pleasing, beautiful home. I just do. Like, it's something that has always been very important to me. Like, if you could see my car outside, I've literally got a Nissan X-Trail that has been so scratched. I drove out the pub car park and one of those big metal A-frame signs just scratched all the way down the side of it. So it looks like someone's keyed my car. Couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit. My car is not important to me. However, my home environment is very, very important to me. If you've read my book, Manifest Like a Mother, available at all good bookshops, and Oliver Bonus now, by the way, I've got a whole chapter about how your home environment can help you to manifest. I'm going to put an 8. The only reason it's not a 10 is, like I say, I feel so at home in London that not having a home there at the moment, I've got a dickhead neighbour who won't let me Airbnb, so I've basically got to like sell my flat and buy something new. It's a whole furore, we'll get into it. Not having a home in London and a base there at the moment makes me feel quite like, not unsafe, but like unsettled. But yeah, otherwise, it's pretty flawless. I love my home. There's not much about it that I don't love. Romantic relationships. So now, this one I think could be a solid 1 or a 2, but then is it a 10 because I'm just so happy being single? I don't know. I kissed H at the Pride of Britain Awards. I had sex with one guy in the summer in Camden, and I really regretted it the second that I did it. Like, I made my friend come with me and stay because I was just like, don't leave me alone with him. And then they both just smoked weed all night, and then he wouldn't leave the apartment. Like, he just stayed there all night. And then the next day I was just like, just like, I literally was saying to my friend, like, please don't leave me here. Like, can you take him with you? It was awful. Like, it was absolutely awful. So does anyone in the comments know what I would put for that? Romantic relationships. But then on the other hand, right, say in the past, if I had completed this in 2000 and, do you know what, any number of years actually, I could have been in a really unhappy relationship, or going through a really horrible breakup, or dating a load of dickheads that are just wasting my time, and it could have been like a really low score. But actually, if you're just really happy, you're not on the dating apps, you're not actively dating, you're not actively looking, and you're really happy, surely that actually is quite a high number. Does anyone know what I should put? I'm going to put, do you know what? I'm going to put a 4. I was going to put a 1 or a 2 because I literally don't have a romantic life, but I'm quite happy about it. So I feel like I'm going to put a 4, guys. That is my lowest score, just FYI. So, hello, Clover. Come here. Oh, what is this dog doing? Do you want to go in the garden? I can't tell. Look at her. Look at her. She's been an absolute demon today. So, you should now have your wheel of life looking somewhat like this with all your different areas. And as you look at it at a glance, you should be able to see at a glance which are the areas where you are lacking, shall we say, lacking in your life. So for me, I look, and even though I've made great improvements, health and physical body is definitely like on the lower side. Fun and adventure. I am a mum of, but you know what, I've had a lot of fun and adventure this year. Maybe that should be higher. Fuck it, I'm going to give it 1 more because I have had a lot of fun and adventure this year. A little bit too much fun, some could say. And then, yeah, romantic relationships. That's like my low ones. So it just gives you a little snapshot of your life. Now, Jay, is this where we're going to have a break? Because we're now on to Hello 2026. So that's it. We have literally... Hang on. No, that's it. So we have literally done the whole reflection part of this process now. And I would love for you to just, using those exercises, just think, what have I learnt? And I'll summarize it for my own year, right? What I've learnt is I had a very big career year. I achieved some huge goals. But what those huge goals taught me, i.e. doing the book tour and becoming a best-selling author, is that you physically cannot do it all. And when you prioritise something, other things will suffer. I did miss picking up my children from their first day of school. I was absent for certain things. And that just isn't something that I'm willing to do in 2026. Also, as someone who is, although I'm like social a lot, I am naturally an introvert and I do need time alone to like recalibrate and to regain my energy. And doing that sheer amount of stuff in such a short amount of time, it literally took me like months to get over it, like months. And so that's something that I've learned about myself is like, there's only so much very outward stuff, book signings, speaking on stage, meeting a lot of people, being social. There's only so much of that I can do without burning myself out. And I've learned as well that I've had a really big transition year, that I am now a school mum, and that means that I'm able to manifest different things and live a different kind of life. So that's what I've learned about my 2025. Let's go and have a little break, go and have a wee, or whatever you need to do. I'm going to eat some chocolate coins, and I'll be back here in how long? 10 minutes? 10 minutes. I'll see you then, bitches. Bye. What up, bitches? I'm back. Okay, so get excited because this is the fun part. This is where we get to create the year and the life, by extension, of our dreams. And so let's move on to exercise 6. No, wait, where am I? I'm confused. And I've only just come back. We are going to be moving on to the second part of the book, which is Hello 2026. We are going to find out what we want to manifest in 2026, what we want to plan out, what our goals are, and also what our priorities are. We also want to look at what do we want that we maybe won't get in 2026. Now, I think sometimes it's tempting. By the way, I'm just going to talk for a minute or so because I think some people have left during the thing and they're not back yet. So I'm just going to talk for a minute or two. It's totally okay to leave some goals for future years. My friend, I was saying this earlier I did a live on Instagram. My friend who did not do the goal setting party, she set herself 2 goals this year, and they were to get a dog and to buy a house. And she didn't achieve either of them. And she was like, fucking hell, 100% of my goals, like I didn't achieve. And we talked about it. And it was like, well, you didn't work on money. You didn't focus on money. How were you expecting to achieve these things that cost money if you don't first work on the money? And this is where we really come into this formula that I've been doing for 5 years now, is we start to focus on what is my priority for this year? What is the one area of my life or the one goal that is going to make the rest of my goals easier or effortless? And what also is not for me right now. So if you are feeling like, and I must admit, when I sat down with this notebook and I was like, right, what do I want to manifest in 2026? Straight away, I was overcome with a little bit of like, oh God, I don't know what the answer is, because if you're in the book club, you'll be bored of me fucking talking about this, but I'm always kind of wondering, like, do I want to move back to London or do I want to stay here and go back to having 2 homes, which is what I did before? And when there's indecision, it can really drain your energy. And you obviously don't want to put a goal down that then you're questioning yourself and thinking, is that something I really want? Now, in the book club, a couple of months ago, Paul McKenna said, when you are manifesting, I love that it's frozen on that image of my face. I look like I'm dead. Is yours not frozen? Oh, it's just mine. Paul McKenna said, focus on the things that you know you want for sure. Only expend your energy on the things that you absolutely know that you want, right? So I may not be 100% sure that I want to move to London, or I want to move to fucking Canada, or I want to move to wherever. But I do know for sure I want to be rich, I want to be successful, I want to be a successful podcaster, I want to have a good relationship with my children, right? So when you're not sure about something, simply focus on the things that you are 100% sure about. Now, coming back to the whole goals being for the future, I'm not sure whether I will sell my flat and my house and buy a house in London and live there full time, or if I will keep my house, sell my flat and upgrade to something and be there part time. I don't know the answer to that. And trying to write that down in my 2026 goals of like choosing one thing or the other is not going to be helpful. But if you take it a step back, there is something that I need to do regardless of which outcome I go with, right? And that is that I need to do some renovation work on my flat. I need to get my tenants out. I need to have a build room for about a month. I need to convert it back into a 2-bedroom before I put it on the market, right? So no matter what I do, that needs to be done. I have gone to see some houses. Thank God none of them I actually liked. But heaven forbid, I went to see a house in London and I fell in love with it. And there are some very, very specific houses that I want. And if they come on the market, like I'm going to want to be able to move. I'm nowhere near ready to buy a house. Like I'm not. My flat has got tenants in. It needs to have a renovation work done to it. It needs to go on the market. Like none of these things are done. And in all seriousness, it's probably about 3 months of work to get it to a place of being in a position to be in the market for a new property. Like I'm months away from it. And so that is now something that I know I want for sure. Although it's a fucking ball ache and I can't be bothered to do it, getting that work done on my flat and increasing its value is absolutely something that has to be done to make my dreams and goals in 2027 of like either buying a family home in London or buying my dream second home in London a reality. If I don't do this stuff now, those 2027 goals won't happen. So that's just a little thing there, just to say, like, you're not going to achieve everything in 1 year. You're not going to have all the answers in 1 year. But are there things that you need to lay the groundwork in this year before you get there? Now, let's get to exercise 6. Have those people come back, Jay, or are we just fucking them? Not fucking them, but you know. Yeah. Okay. We come to another incredible quote. The quotes in this book are gold dust. So, the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. It's so true. It's never what you do once, it's always what you repeat. Now, exercise 6. This is your goal list. Get excited. This is where you're going to write down everything that you want in 2026. So, list everything that you would like to do, go, be, and experience or buy in 2026. You can use the Wheel of Life as inspiration or use a diagram to get it all out of your head and onto paper, whatever you want. But if you see there's quite a few, fucking hell. There's 5 pages here with different headings. So please start writing as I'm talking this through. There is career, money, health and body, personal development, fun and adventure. I've actually added on to there, I've scrapped the last page, fun, adventure and travel. Okay, so if you want, you can just have fun, adventure and travel all together. Relationships. Now, this isn't just romantic relationships, this is friendships as well. Possessions, home environment. Okay, so start writing out what you want. Just brainstorm, get things onto the paper. Think about what you want in each area of your life. Now, don't write things for the sake of them. Less is more here. As I said before, like, we can't focus on too many things at once. So if you don't feel something, if you're putting something just for the sake of it, scribble it out. Like, you don't need to add things here unnecessarily. So get going with it, guys. Career, what do you want? I've put that I want to be on the Saturn Returns podcast. I really love that podcast with Kaggy Dunlop. And I think that my book would go really well because she's just had a new baby. So I think that would go well. Health and body. I've put that I want to start weight training because I don't know how to do that. And I've heard that that is the best thing for you to do, like better than cardio. And at the moment, really all I do is cardio. And I need new tits. So I had a boob job, oh my God, when I was 20, 21. And they're only supposed to really last like 10 or 15 years. And I've had them about 18 years now. So I need to get new tits, basically. That is something that I do need to plan into my year. I don't want to do it in summer and be recovering in the summer when I want to be out in the pool and having the time of my life. So I need to like work out when that's going to happen in my year. Personal development. Now, I've actually added to this. So personal development / skills. Okay. So to give you an idea of what I've put in here, I've actually put learn to barbecue properly. Now, that was actually one of my goals last year, was to buy a barbecue. Like, I kept looking at the price of these barbecues and I was like, it's so crazy. Like, I just couldn't like justify it. And then I ended up buying one. And all I've cooked on it is sausages. That's it. So I want to learn how to properly barbecue, how to smoke a brisket, how to do a rotisserie chicken, whatever it might be. I really want to learn how to do it. I actually know a girl local to me. She's a photographer and her husband is an amazing barbecuer. My next door neighbour, every Christmas Day, he smokes his whole turkey in his Komodo Joe. So I'm like, I need to ask someone. Like, I need a barbecue mentor. So That's one of the things. That's a skill I want to learn. I want to be able to invite people around in the summer and have an incredible barbecue. So this is personal development, right? So the other thing is, by the way, notice I'm not putting in here like carry on with the book club. Yes, that's my biggest part of my personal development, but there's no point in putting something that's already a part of your routine and is already effortless for you. So the next thing I have, sorry, this cough is so annoying. The next thing I've put is makeup skills. So I've always been like okay with makeup, but my makeup artist, Ailish, is incredible. Like when she does my makeup, I notice such a difference from when I do it, especially when I'm filming stuff. And so she actually offers makeup lessons. And I think I'm just going to say to her, like, can you spend, like, you tell me how much, like what products you use on my face, because she does my face all the time. Like, what do you think I need? And then I want to do a lesson with her. Of course, I'm still going to hire her for all my events and stuff, but there's a lot of things as well that I would just like to be able to do my own makeup well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to do that. I am the kind of bitch that has, look, I'll show you. I've literally got 2 makeup brushes for my entire face. I have a foundation one and I have this one, which I use for everything. I use it for blush, I use it for highlighter, I use it for powder, I use it for everything. Like, who does that? So I really want to up level in that area. So learned barbecue, makeup skills. And then I want to do, anyone in the book club will remember this, but do you remember when we did, that was a ghost, scary. Do you remember in the book club when we did connecting to the core energy of your desire, manifestation, meditation by Emma Mumford? It's available for free on YouTube. You can search it up. I highly recommend it. That changed something in me. Like, it was amazing. And yet I have never done it again. Like I've literally not done it since. And so I want to commit to doing that core energy meditation. I don't know, once a week, like just once a week when I go to bed, putting it on my phone. Like, I just want to actually commit to doing that. So that's it for personal development for me. Fun adventure. So this one as well, I've added a little section to fun and adventure. I've added travel on as well. So fun, adventure and travel. So I would like to restart my pole dance classes, if I'm honest. I would love to do that. My friend Jess is up for it, so I'm going to see if I can do that. I'm going to Tuscany with my friend. My friend is having his 40th birthday, and I think we're going to Japan. I don't know if that's a rumour. We're going to Japan, I think. I'd love that. I really want to take the girls back to the Caribbean or somewhere new. Like, I don't know. For me, just going to Dubai over and over again, it doesn't excite me. I know for some people, like, that's their holy grail. It doesn't do it for me. I love going to new places. I love seeing new places. I just want to go somewhere exciting, and I love the Caribbean. And I want to go to LA with Bo. We're going to go out and see my cousin, who I love. I'm going to go and stay with him in LA and have a lovely time. And I would like to go and see Lily Allen this year. Now, she's playing at Mighty Hoopla Festival, and I do know the man that owns that, so I feel like that should be easy, right? But also everyone wants to fucking go, so we shall see. So that's like my fun and adventure. Relationships, okay. I've put quality time with the girls and experiences. Like, I just want to experience fun shit with these girls. I want to go to, oh, hang on, wait, I'm going to write here. I also want to go to West Midlands Safari. We did it a couple of years ago. They have safari lodges there. They're fucking incredible. I highly recommend it. If you're near West Midlands Safari, it's quite expensive, but the children will absolutely love it. So quality time with the girls and experiences. Now I have put here, and even as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, but do I? An amazing man who embodies the core energy of what it is that I want. I don't know if that will happen, to be honest, because I don't know if I'm that open to it, but we shall see. Possessions. The only possessions that I can think that I want is a bike rack. So that is one of those things that I personally find really difficult because I don't know what I need. But this bike specialist guy that I know has told me that I need to go to Halfords and I need to take my car and that they will like fit it for me and everything. But being able to take all the girls' bikes and like go and cycle in the forest or take them to my sister's, like that will have a massive positive impact on my life if I can do that. Home environment. I've put a pergola in the garden now. My garden has been designed for late nights, fun and frolics. However, I've got like this parasol, which if there's the slightest bit of wind, you can't have it up. It's just a shit show. So I want to upgrade to a pergola so that we can have shade if we want. If it rains, it doesn't matter. We can twist it so you can get the sun. That will be like a massive upgrade. And to be honest, the garden for me in the summer is like a big part of my life. It's a big part of the quality of my life. It's like one of the reasons that I live here is because I love having a pool in my garden. And a home environment, I've put that I want to convert the flat back into a 2-bedroom. So as you can see, those are my goals. There's not like loads there. And in fact, I still probably need to fill in a bit more. I haven't really done money. I haven't really massively done career. But the thing with this is you are able to come back to this book at any point as you remember something in the next couple of days. If you suddenly think, oh my God, I forgot, I really, really want to go on a family holiday to Cornwall. I really want to visit Bali, like whatever it might be, you can always come back here and add it to this area. This is not like a one and done thing. Do you know what I mean? So can you all let me know if, oh my God, someone's going to Paris to see Pulp. I'm so jealous. Do you know who else I want to see this year as well? CMAT. I would love to see her. Okay, let me know in the comments if you are done with your goal list. Remember, you can always come back to this. Have you got your main goals on there? Have you? Let me know. Oh, not ready yet. Okay, that's fair enough. Can you note an abroad holiday? What does that mean? Does it have to be specific? Or no, you can say a holiday abroad. That's fine. Obviously, the more specific you are, the better. But like, I'm going away in February with the girls, right? So I now have half the school holidays with the twins. And so I'm like, the holidays I have them, I need to make like bad boy. Do you know what I mean? So we've got February half term, which is a shit one. So I want to go and like go to Barbados or go somewhere, but I don't know where yet. I don't know if it will be, Barbados is looking really expensive. Like, it could be Jamaica, it could be Dubai. I don't know. So yeah, you don't need to know all the details. I saw CMAT in November. She was bloody brilliant. Oh, I bet.
Megan Trainor's touring this year.
You should add that to your goal list. Jay's going to go and see Megan Trainor. You can laugh. She's terrible. She's not terrible, but just such an odd choice of someone that you love. It's just weird. Okay, so we are now going to move on to, it's the same exercise. That's fine. It's just the next part. So it's time to get clear about what we really, really want in 2026. And look, we're all busy bitches. We are all running businesses, going to work, running homes, looking after children, looking after ourselves, looking after whoever. We're busy, okay? Life's never been busier. And so we have to set priorities. Okay, so we have got here identifying our top 3 priorities for 2026. Now, I want you looking at that goal list and looking at the season of life that you're in. Remember, we looked at that. What are your priorities for 2026? Okay, now this isn't your theme or motto for the year, it's just your priorities. Now, I've put priority number 1 is quality time with the girls. That is like something that is non-negotiable for me this year. And having a rich life. We're going to come on to that because that's actually my motto of the year. My priority number 2 is my health. Okay, that has to remain a priority for me, my health. It's boring, but it's going to enable me to achieve so much more in other areas of my life, whether it's money, career, family, relationships, whatever. If I have my health, I'm able to achieve so much more. And priority number 3, I have put as money. Now, this continues to be a priority for me because I am a single mother. And for me, having money equals the most incredible thing in the world, which is freedom. The freedom to get help, the freedom to get support, the freedom to outsource, the freedom to get advice from people that know better than me, the freedom to, if people want to fuck you off, you say, fuck you, bitch, I ain't got to listen to your shit. You can speak to my solicitor. Do you know what I mean? You get the vibe. It gives you the freedom to do what you want. It gives you the freedom to do what you want. And I fucking love it. I will always feel completely unashamed about saying I need to prioritize money. As a single mother, it is for my safety and for my security. I must prioritize money. So have you all got your priorities? Feel free to write them in the comments and I'll have a look. Do you know what else? Do you know, I need to go back. See, you're going to sometimes remember things and be like, oh, I need to go back. I'm going to go back to the pages that say, what do I want to carry on doing in 2026? I'm going to put, be serious about conditioning my hair. I've removed my hair extensions and I've never been happier. And I'm on like a serious hair regenerative program to like make it grow long and strong. You wouldn't believe, like when it's straight, it's very long now. And I'm very serious about that. Like it's important to me. I like my hair. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Let me know your priorities, bitches. Oh God, they're going too fast. Money, self and home. Healthy habits, money, connections and relationships. Glow up for myself. Glow up for my house. Love that. Health, money, buying a house. Health and weight loss. Update my home. Declutter, build wealth. I want you to think about, guys, when you're doing your priorities for the year, particularly your number 1 priority, I want you to really think about what is the one thing that will make everything else easier. And I've said that before, but I think it's quite important. There are some things that you will achieve. For example, if you focus on your money for a year, and this is what I did, I had a year where I was like, I'm only focusing on money. That then enabled a lot of my other goals to happen effortlessly. So like travel, fun experiences, being able to hire a nanny so that I could work and have opportunities. All those things became very effortless because I had money. A bit of a random one, but like getting a dog, that was one of our goals for this year. We had a very horrible experience last year with a puppy. It was awful. And I was like coming into 2025 really scared about getting a puppy. But we have got the most perfect dog and she has enabled so many other goals of mine. So me and the girls get outside in nature so much more. She has made me now commit to walking for over an hour a day. I couldn't do that before. Like even when I was like doing my treadmill, like I would really struggle to hit like an hour and a half of walking every day. Now I've got a dog. It's absolutely effortless. So look at what priorities and what goals are going to make everything else easier. Oh, I love this one. Intentionally enjoying my summer. Yes, man, I fucking love that. Meeting new people, making new connections, focusing on my health, money. Okay, so are we done? Can we move on, do you think, to exercise 7? I hope so. Let me know. Now, Jay, this is where we need our little infograph, whatever you call it. This is where this differs from a lot of other New Year's resolutions that you may have seen. Now, typically with like New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals, you will be making a list in January and then you will be thinking, right, I need to like do all those things from January the 1st. I need to eat healthily. I need to go to the gym every day. I need to do this. And you set yourself all these massive expectations. And there are so many reasons why this is wrong. But basically, there are a lot of people that say, oh, you shouldn't set your goals in January. It's the wrong time of year. It's not the real new year. It's just the patriarchy. And I agree with you, okay? I agree with you. However, I do think that immediately after Christmas is the perfect time to set goals, because as you can see from this here, there are goals that are suited to different seasons or quarters of the year. Now, traditionally, the first quarter of the year is the time, winter, right? This is winter. This is when you should be laying low. You don't want to be doing too much. You don't want to be out there. You don't want to be like out there living it up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the time for it. However, it is a very powerful time for laying groundwork, for long lead times. There are many things I've manifested where I have used that quarter one energy to get the ball rolling. So things that have long lead times, like having orthodontic treatment. I had Invisalign. It took fucking months and months. Do you know what I mean? I started that shit in the dead of winter. Getting my resin driveway done and my gates so my girls could like happily scoot safely outside the house. I got that shit done in the dead of winter so that when that first day of spring came, my house isn't in disarray. My driveway isn't being torn up. All that shit happened in a really quiet time. Plastic surgery is one I'm going to say. If you need to get no one needs plastic surgery. Well, actually I do. Like my tits have expired, bitches. They've expired. They need to be replaced. And so the dead of winter. Who's doing stuff in January, February? No one. I may as well go and get it done then, when there's like not really much going on. Do you know what I mean? Now, April, May, June, this is the second quarter of the year. This is spring. So this is when you start to regain your energy and you start to like want to be there. You know, you want to be there. You want to start showing up. You want to start working more. July, August, September. Now, this is summer. This is like the season of saying yes. So a lot of my goals that are all about enjoyment, seizing the day, living in the moment, making the most of my home and my family and my friends and my life, a lot of this is centered in summer. So for that reason, especially if you have children at school, you're not going to want to have certain goals in summer. So you're not going to want a goal to write a book where you've got to be like holed up with your laptop in a dark room in summer. Summer is when you want to be traveling, you want to be having fun, you want to be saying yes to life. And then the final quarter of the year, October, November, December, autumn, this actually is a really powerful time. I've achieved a lot of my biggest goals in this final quarter of the year. I think that is when I feel my most smug, right? Is when I am then achieving goals that I have set out here in January, and then I get reminders of this is the final quarter of the year. What were the things you said you wanted to do in this quarter of the year? Everyone else has long forgotten their fucking New Year's resolutions. They can't even remember what they were. And here I am still diligently working on what is important to me. So this year, my quarter four goal, and it was one that took so much time and so much energy, was getting my work life in order. Everything was very scattered. Everything was very chaotic. And it wasn't just a one day thing and it got it done. It literally took a process of weeks and weeks and weeks to get things. To be honest, it's still not all the way there. It's probably like 95%. But getting that done in that quarter four period was incredible. To feel like I was still working on my goals and I could start the new year afresh. It's fucking priceless. I love it. So I want you to go back to that goal list, okay? And you're going to have these pages that say quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. I want you to now look at those goals and see where they fit into your year. Now, this is quite important for me because there are certain things I want to do, like travel, like without my children. And I need to spread that out over the year. I'll probably only go away once or twice over the year without my children, but I want to make sure they're not too close together. A few years ago, I booked a trip to Ibiza, and then basically I had another trip the week before. And when it came to it, I was I literally couldn't bring myself to come back to my children and then go away again. So I ended up having to cancel going to Ibiza and losing the money because I planned poorly. So this is where the planning starts to come in a bit. So start writing. For me, quarter one is definitely, new boobs. That has to be done, surely, in the shitty sorry, they're not shitty, but like the quarter one. I also like to do other things in quarter one that is like annoying and takes up my bandwidth and takes up my energy that I'm not going to want to deal with in the height of summer when I want to be enjoying myself and getting my tits out in the local pub. Do you know what I mean? So things like maybe even that the building work on the flat. Building work on flat. I want to get that shit done in quarter one, in winter. I tell you what else I want to do in quarter one. Have like a health assessment or like a full body mole check. I get that like every 2 years. Things like that like take almost a whole fucking day to go and do. You need to get all this shit done. Eye tests, get all that shit done in the winter, in the dead of winter when there's nothing going on. What else was I going to say for quarter one? I tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to say the pergola for garden. I've got an amazing guy that like builds this stuff. He did my shelves in my sitting room. He has a long waiting list, right? So I can get in touch with him now in January and say, right, what's your waiting list? Can you do this in my garden? Take our time, not rush it. And then boom, it's going to be ready for those first days of spring when I'm going to be ready. I'm not, when the first days of spring come, think, oh shit, I need to get that done. Oh, shall I call him? Oh, you can't do it for 6 weeks. Oh, fuck, what a shame. Another summer wasted. Nah, not on my watch. So I think, and I want winter, half-term, holiday. So those are my quarter one goals. I think January, February, March. Yeah, that's it. So we move on to quarter two. What goals are most suited to spring? So April, May, June. Is there something that you need a couple of months to save money for to be able to do? And this could give you a couple of months to save for it. Is there something that you can only do because of the weather? Maybe you want to go to Cornwall. I don't know why, I always use that as an example because I love Cornwall, but like, you don't want to do that in the fucking winter. Like, is that something that you want to do in quarter one? Like, what is there in quarter two? I think, I love that someone's put first quarter, my Miss Piggy tattoo. Yeah. Quarter one, find my new home, pack and be ready to move, book health screenings. Tetrione for anti-aging in winter. Sorry, what? I'm writing that down. Tetrione. Tret. What is this? Can you tell me what this is? Someone invest? It's the Bible. What? Tretwine.
20 times more effective than retinol.
Is it?
Treat acne, find wrinkles and signs of sun damage.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
Looks like it could possibly be.
Scribbling it out.
It's crazy.
Okay, quarter two. What do I want to do in quarter two? I am going to have to come back to this, and I suggest you do as well. Like, come back and really fill this in more thoroughly, because I am very aware that like time's moving on. Quarter two, I'm going to LA with Bo. Quarter three, this is summer. This is high summer when you want to be living your life. So I'm going to put in here Lily Allen, stroke festivals. I'm going to put in here summer holiday. I love going away actually in the summer holidays with the girls. I'm going to come back and fill in a lot of these later. Now, quarter four, remember, don't do anything too taxing in quarter three. This really is your time to be just saying yes to life and enjoying yourself, okay? So you don't want to put anything too taxing in quarter three. Okay, quarter four, the final quarter of the year. Oh shit, I need to write my second book. Hang on, when am I going to do that? Q1. I've got to put that in there. Got to do it. Q4. This is a really powerful quarter. Do not underestimate this one. I'm telling you, some of my biggest things I have manifested in this quarter. I'm trying to see what some of mine would be for Q4. See, like, for example, right? Learning to do like that makeup lesson and stuff. That's the sort of thing you just do that shit in the dead of winter. Do that in a winter month. Do your decorating in the winter months. Do your whatever. Do all that boring shit in the winter. Sorry, it's not boring, but like do that in the winter months. So, do you now see that you should have, I definitely need to fill this out more. You should have a couple of goals, and it's okay to literally have one or two. Some of these I've only got like one or two in there for each quarter of the year. This now isn't a massive long list that you're facing on the 1st of January. These are goals that are best suited to each quarters of the year. So, Jay, do we have the Rising Phoenix? What I want you to do is going to come on the screen soon. Now, I don't have a printer because I'm not that kind of bitch. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of paper, and you can do this after. We don't have to do this now. But a Rising Phoenix, Jay, can you just double check which corner of the home it is? It's south, isn't it? But can you just double check online? I'm sure it's south. So this is the Rising Phoenix, and I am a Feng Shui bitch. I don't know if you know this, but I am a big believer in Feng Shui. Now, it is said that if you write your goals on the back of a Rising Phoenix and you place them in the south corner, Jay has just confirmed to me that's right. I just wanted to double check. The south corner of your home, your goals will manifest. So what I'm going to do is there are some things that are out of my control, okay? There's some things that I want to manifest that some of them I've not even really said on here. Oh, she's got secrets, she's mysterious, that I can't control whether they happen or not. I have to manifest them. There's certain things like getting a pergola in my garden. Okay, I have to manifest the money to do it and the right builder, but I can pay for that to be done. Do you know what I mean? It's planning, it's making it happen. But there's some other things that I cannot control whether it happens. I literally have to manifest it. And so any goals that you feel like you really need to have help with the universe manifesting them, like you don't know how they're going to happen, I want you to take the Phoenix. You can either print out, one of these was sent to you in the PDF or the email. If you don't have a printer, like me, I'm a basic bitch, I don't have a printer, you can look at this Rising Phoenix and make your own. You can draw your own. And personally, I feel like taking the time to draw your own Rising Phoenix and colour it in colours of orange, red and yellow. I personally want to manifest this fucking cough going, to be honest. I think that is more powerful to do, to take the time and energy to draw it in full colour. So you're going to draw a Rising Phoenix on one side of the paper. And then on the other side of the paper, by the way, if you just want to print this one out, that's absolutely fine. You can do this in your own time after. You are going to write your goals for the year. Now, I'm going to focus on the goals that I don't know how they'll happen. I want to focus on the goals that I can't just make happen myself through planning and money. The ones where I'm like, oh, I don't know how that's going to happen. So place it on the south side of your home. If you're thinking, what's the south side of my home? Go to your compass on your iPhone. You can set it to true north in the settings, and you hold it out flat on your palm of your hand. They do say take off any jewellery because it can affect the readings, but I think that's a load of bullshit, to be honest. You hold it out and you turn it until you see the south. For me, south is over there. So I'm going to put it in my fireplace somehow, because that is that wall. Or maybe behind my bed. My bed is my south wall as well. So yeah, put it on your south wall, which is also your fame wall. And we can see next year if your goals have manifested. How exciting. Okay, now, are we ready to move on to exercise 8? Let me know. I'm catching up on the comments. I'm still at the Miss Piggy tattoo for some reason. Why am I still there? Also, can you show us that Miss Piggy tattoo when you've got it? I would really like that. Someone said I've got a rising phoenix tattoo. I got it after my divorce. Right, so years and years ago, does anyone remember Derek Acora from what was he on? Like Ghost Town or whatever? Dick. Mary Loves Dick. Do you remember him? So I went to a medium night with him and he picked me out of the crowd. And it's like when I was married, it was a long time ago. And he was like, you are literally going to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. And you think, am I though? Like, what does that even mean? And I completely forgot about it. And I'm sorry, but if anyone has risen like a phoenix from the ashes of their divorce, it's me. And God bless Derek Acora. You can't have a reading with him now because he's dead. But God bless him. He was an amazing man. So please tell me once more what to write on the back of the phoenix. So you write your goals. You write your goals. Write them in the present tense. Write them as if they have happened. Write them most haunted. That was the TV show. Thank you. My south corner is in my shower. Now, it doesn't have to be in the corner. Put it next to your shower. Have you got a bath mat? Could you put it under your bath mat? Could you put it like one floor up or one floor down? Like, if that's an option? How do we use the compass on the iPhone again? Do we toggle use true north? Yes. Someone said, what? He's dead? He is dead. So if you go to compass, oh no, it's in settings, isn't it? Hold on. So you go to settings on your phone and then, look, do you know what? Figure it out yourself. We ain't got time for this shit. You just go to true north. You'll find the south side of your home. It'll be easy. It'll be fine. Okay. Does it need to be the south facing or just in the south area? It could just be in the south area, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Okay. Right, are we ready to move on, guys? Are we ready? Exercise 8. Now, this is really, really fucking genius, okay? Hang on, exercise 8. It goes from exercise 8 to exercise 9 with nothing on it. Hang on. No, sorry, I tell a lie. So exercise 8, again, this is something that you can do after we've hung up from this call because there's probably not going to be time to do it now. But you are going to want to set reminders on your phone and in your paper diary, both, where you will see to review your goals and your progress each month and each quarter. Okay, so I plan out my week every Sunday night, and it is such a powerful thing to do. To plan out your week, I now add in more to it. I add in when I'm going to go to the gym, I book those classes. I actually now on a Sunday night speak to Jay as well. It's like, when are we working together? What are we doing? I've expanded this Sunday planning session to encompass all areas of my life, and it is such a powerful thing to do. Could it be that every Sunday, as part of your Sunday planning, you just take this book and you review your goals and you're like, okay, am I working any closer to my goals in this quarter? What have I done this week? Now, for me, once a week is a little bit too much for me, to be honest. I like to set reminders on my phone for the different quarters. So say, going back to those quarters, say I want to, this is hard because I don't actually have an example. Say I want to get laser eye surgery. I don't know what it is, but I can't get it until the final quarter of the year because you can't get your eyes wet for 6 weeks. And in the summer, you're a lifeguard and you're at the beach, or whatever it might be, right? You've got to do it. Set yourself a reminder now for the 1st of October. Remind me, my goal was to get laser eye surgery before the end of the year. That is something that is so simple, but so effective to be like, oh, shit, all these months later, 8, 9 months later, that is something I need to focus on. So, like I said, go through and do those reminders to yourself and in your diary as well. I like to put physical reminders in my paper diary. So when I open it up, I'm like, I see something from 6 months ago saying, right, now's the time for you to book this holiday for whenever. Okay, exercise 9, get excited. I want you to choose some of your goals that are most important to you. And please do say in the comments please do say in the comments what your goals are, and we can work out like the next 3 steps. So any goal you have, you're able to break it down to the next 3 steps, ideally. Sometimes you can only see the next step. Like sometimes it feels so impossible or so big, you can only see the next step. But as long as you keep breaking it down and breaking it down and breaking it down so that you can see the next steps, it's going to become a reality in no time. So one of my goals, I'm sure I've said this to you before, one of my goals in life, and it's just something I really want to do, I really want to buy Amy Winehouse's old house in Camden, right? I really want to buy it. I want to turn it into an Airbnb so that people can experience, like I want to get a blue plaque. I also love the street it's on. Like I would love to do that. Like I just think it would be so fucking amazing. And it's so funny. When I was actually like planning my goals out and talking about this, I found this guy on Instagram. He was on my friend Brogan's podcast and he was talking about people buying special homes. So he was talking about the house in the Harry Potter movie. He was like, if someone could buy that and turn that into an Airbnb, they would literally make a fortune. Like, yes, okay, I'd make a fortune, but it would just be like a passion project for me. I would want to preserve it as much as I could. I would just love it, right? That is a huge goal. Are you kidding me? Like being able to do that as a single mum whilst not selling my primary home. Like it's not somewhere I would go and live. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't live there full time. That is a huge goal. That feels impossible and overwhelming, right? But I'm only 40 years old. There is a very real likelihood that that could happen for me by the time I'm 43 or 45. Very, very easily. It just has to come on the market. It's going to happen. So working backwards, what are the next 3 steps? Achieving is spelt wrong. Who copy-read this, Jay? How did we miss that? Anyway, we all know what it says, achieving. So what are the next 3 steps to achieving that goal? So this year, my next steps are contacting the estate agents of my flat and saying to them, I've actually already done this first part, and saying to them, right, I need to convert my flat back into a 2-bedroom. How do we go about this? How much notice do we give the tenants? Do you have the builders? What's the quote? And getting it done. That is my next step. Once I've done that, my next step would either be renting it out for a little bit longer, another year maybe, so that I can build up more money, or maybe put it on the market straight away. I don't know. But at that point, it's ready for market. Do you know what I mean? Whether I've got tenants in there or not, it is ready for market. If that house comes on the fucking market, I'm ready to move. Do you know what I'm saying? So the next step would be either renting it out again and getting people on like a monthly rolling contract, like a short-term contract, or it would be putting it on the market. Do you know what I mean? Like the next step becomes clear. So I'd love to see in the comments, what are some of your next 3 steps? Like what's your goal and how can we break it down to your next 3 steps? Meg says, what do you love about Amy Winehouse? I'm just curious. So I lived in Camden in the next street to Amy Winehouse at the height of her fame, like 2006, 2008. And it was a fucking time, okay? Let me just say that. It was a time to be alive. And I think it just reminds me of like the best times. Like no one had social media. Everyone was fucking Russell Brand. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone was just drunk every day. It was just a time, okay? I love it. Can anyone recommend? No. Okay, so Lisa says, number 1, moving. Exchange, I'm not buying. Number 2, make more money. Number 3, always for years wanting to write a children's book. Lisa, I don't think that's 3 steps. I could be wrong. I run a building company based in South London. Oh my God, my flat's in Islington. Would you be able to give me a quote? You won't fuck me over, will you? Yes, please do. Email me at hello@francescaamber.com. It'd be good to have a second quote. Thank you. Okay, Okay, this is a good one. So Nicola, the goal is to plan her wedding with fun and ease. Yeah, do you know what? This is an amazing goal because you only ever get to do this once, right? You only ever get to plan your wedding. Well, you can do it more than once, but you only really get to do this experience once, and you want it to be fun, right? You don't want it to be a stressful time. So, number 1, monthly planning days with your partner. Incredible idea. Number 2, make a to-do list for each week. I would actually do a weekly planning day with your partner, if I'm honest. I would start to do weekly planning for yourself, and I would add in a little 10 minutes of the wedding section with your partner every Sunday, if it were me. Number 2, make a to-do list for each week. Yes. Number 3, look at wedding content or listen to bridal podcasts. Oh, I've lost it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. Marsha Phillips says to buy a home, her 3 steps are get a mortgage advisor, view properties, and continue to save. So yes, continuing to save the whole time. Sometimes it's simple as that, isn't it? Just getting a mortgage advisor, speaking to someone, getting clarity on what it is that you're able to buy. I often find that just by taking that first step, it moves you so quickly. I remember when I had my salon in London, and it's the first time that I'd ever been a single mum. I could only work 2 days a week. And I just thought the fucking audacity of thinking, I'm going to buy a second home as a single, I just thought I could do it. And I phoned a mortgage advisor and I was like, right, can I do it this way? Can I do it that way? And he was like, basically, you can spend about this amount. And as soon as I had that clarity, I could be boom, straight on Rightmove. I knew what I could afford in the village I wanted to be in. And before you knew it, it happened. I literally had that goal and I bought that house within 9 months. It was such a short time frame. So I do truly believe in as soon as you start to take the actions like calling a mortgage advisor, getting clear, it will happen really, really quickly. Okay, Jade says lose £40. So 1,500 steps a day. Wait, what is that? 15,000 steps? 1,000? No, yeah, 15,000 steps a day. 3 strength training sessions a week and a calorie deficit focusing on protein and fiber. Yes. So basically with any of these goals, you're always just looking at what is the next step I can take? What is the next thing I can do? Okay, I've missed out a bit. The celebration. This is quite fun, okay? So you're going to be doing this with 3 goals. If you want to do it with just 1 goal and focus on just 1 goal, that is absolutely fine. If you want to do it with 2, however you want to do it. But I want you to plan a celebration. So it's very important, like we said earlier, what gets celebrated gets repeated. I want you to plan the celebration. So for me, if I did end up buying I absolutely will. When I end up buying a freehold house in London, whether it is the one that I think it's going to be or not, who knows? And there may be something that's better for me, to be honest. Maybe I don't want to be haunted. What will my celebration be? And I think my celebration would be a big housewarming party. I would get a big housewarming party and it would be so much fun and I would plan it and it would be amazing. Get myself a walking pad. It's a game changer for my weight loss. It's funny you say that. I do have a discount code. I believe it's 10 or 20%. If you DM me the word walk on Instagram, walk, W-A-L-K, I will send you the discount code for the one that I have. It has like an incline and everything. I love it. Okay, are we done with those goals? Are we ready to move on? Because I'm very aware we're now at 2 hours and I don't want people to feel like, oh, fucking hell. So remember, guys, you can come back to this. Like, you better believe you think I'm done. I ain't fucking started yet, bitches. I'm going to be coming back and filling this out more as I remember, oh, I want to go here. Oh, I want to go there. I want to have this experience. I want to get that. I'm going to be able to come back and add this in. This isn't going to be put away on a shelf for the rest of the year, by the way. Like, you will get this out and refer to it throughout the year. Let's go on to exercise 10. Now, using all of the previous exercises, right? All the exercises on respecting the season of our lives, looking back on what worked for us in 2025 and what didn't, what we want more of, what we want less of, but also our goals for 2026, what we want to feel, what we want to experience, what we want to do, where we want to go. Taking all of those things into account that we've just been doing for the last 2 hours, we come to exercise 10, which is my absolute favourite. And this is creating your mantra for 2026, your mission statement, your North Star for the year, but also deciding what your era for 2026 is. So you're going to write your little mission statement, but you're also going to decide what your era is. This can either be, sorry, I'm touching my microphone. This can either be a word or a statement. So I'll give you some examples of mine, right? If you've been here for many years, you'll know this. But for anyone that is new here, one year I had health is wealth. I think that was the year that I was 39, not this year, the year before. I was coming up to my 40th birthday. I was like, I want to look and feel my very, very best for when I turn 40. I want to prioritize my health. So health is wealth was my era, my 2020, whatever it was, 4 era. Another year, it was money. Just that one word, money. Another year, it was, well, last year, this year just gone, what it was, I'm getting distracted by you nobbling around in the back. What are you doing? Oh, I've got a little person watching. This year just gone, it was, I'm in my author era. Now, the reason that it's so important to have a theme for the year, I kind of hate the word theme. It reminds me of like changing rooms where they give you like a mermaid themed bedroom. But the theme, there's no better word for it. A theme of the year is, it keeps you on track. Life is going to want to pull you off track, whether it's swiping on Tinder or going out to the pub with your friends and getting drunk or getting sidetracked by work that seems more important. You will get sidetracked from your goals because they don't feel urgent. Because 9 times out of 10, your goals are not something that you have to do. They're something that you really want in your life. And so you're going to get fucking sidetracked, okay? You are going to forget your goals. You're going to prioritize other things. So this was no more true of me than this year when my goal was, my era is I'm in my author era. I knew that there would be times where I just wanted to say yes to my children and just be there 100% and fall asleep with them in bed and go to, do you know what I mean? Like, there were going to be times that happened. There were going to be times when other work in my business felt more important because it was going to bring me in more money and it was going to be something that felt more urgent. There were going to be times where I just wanted to sack it all off and drink rosé by the pool. Do you know what I mean? There were times where all those things were going to feel more urgent or easier to do. But I knew that at the beginning of this year, or last year rather, I sat down and I spent 2 hours of my life really, really thinking about what is the one thing that is going to move my life forward? What is going to move my career forward? What am I going to do differently to have a different result? What do I really want to achieve? And the answer was, I wanted to write a book. Not any book, a Sunday Times best-selling book. I really wanted that. And so when your children are crying at night, or when you've got a pile of work on your desk that feels urgent, if you've got a list of 10 goals, you ain't going to remember them. You're not going to remember them in that moment. However, if you have a theme for your year where you say, this is my year of getting fit and walking 15,000 steps every day, no matter what, because that, when I sat down in January, I said that was more important to me than money, than socializing with friends, whatever else, right? It reminds you what was important and what is going to move you on. So feel free to start writing your mantra, your mission statement for 2026. Now, I'm going to start with my word for the year, or my whatever, my phrase, and it is living La Vida Loca. No, living my rich life. And this is something that I've had a real life of like extremes in the last few years. I will have these extreme highs, like going to the BAFTAs or walking red carpets or kissing H in the toilets. No, that wasn't a high. Well, anyway, or like going to Barbados or going on a book tour. Like, do you know what I mean? Like really amazing big things. But then the majority of the rest of my life, I was still in like fight or flight. I had very little childcare. My daughters were at nursery 2 days a week. And I was like, right, chained to my desk. Like I was saying to Jay earlier, this summer just gone, I didn't once lay out by my pool in the summer, like just on my own, like I did with the children and stuff. I had fucking 500 children here every day. But I never just laid out there by myself in the daytime. I was hustling, I was working. And so while that was necessary for last year, because I was in my author era, my children are at school now. I've transitioned into a different phase of motherhood. I am in a different era of my life. And I want to stop just working, mothering, being chained to my desk. I don't want to do that. That's not why I work for myself. I want to now transition into having what I call a rich life. So a rich life for me is going to Pilates with my friend once a week, going to the gym and having a sauna on a weekday, going and meeting my friends for lunch on a weekday in the sun at the local village pub and just not having to look at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going away for weekends away, going and having my place in London again, a place that I can go and spend time with friends and go and spend time in a city that I love. It's having holiday. Like, do you know what? It's not about having holidays, right? This is the point. It's not about the things you do once or twice a year. That's not what my rich life is really about. My rich life is how I'm spending my everyday. So it's having the time to be more luxurious, romanticizing my life, taking my dog for a walk every morning. I find that's a rich life for me. Being able to walk her for an hour every morning and just walk around my village, and it's lovely. I have a girl in the village who we walk our dogs together, and that for me, being able to do that and not rush home to start work straight away, that is a rich life. So that is going to be my North Star for this year. And it feels a little bit hard saying that because I've been so used to always setting like really crazy goals, like huge goals. And it feels almost counterproductive to be like, this feels like not very big, but it is big because we are living our ordinary life 90% of the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's lovely to have those incredible holidays and those incredible moments or those big nights out, but they're not the majority of our lives. And I'm kind of fed up of living a duality where I've got some really amazing shit, but then I'm also just like quite hard working the rest of the time, a bit like a martyr. Like I don't want to do that anymore. And so, yeah, my era is living my rich life. And it's really up to me now to build a weekly schedule. That sounds really strict, but not a schedule, but like build a weekly routine that incorporates all these aspects that makes me feel like I have a rich life. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's going and having my lashes done and having a nap in the daytime, an afternoon nap, that's a rich life. Going to sleep in the garden, like sunbathing, that's a rich life. Going and doing Pilates with my friend, going to the gym, all these things. I love it. So I want to hear some of yours in the comments. What is your mission statement or your era for 2026? Give us some inspo. Let us know what yours is. Okay. Oh, someone said, what we are not changing, we are choosing. I love that. Falling back in love with myself after leaving my partner of 12 years, making me and my boys homeless. Fuck him. Respectfully, fuck him. And living my best hostel life. You better believe I'm going to pour back into myself. Yes. No, I don't use an Apple Calendar when I plan on Sundays. So I actually use a paper diary. I just personally find that best. I try not to be on screens too much. And then I use this. So I used to sell these. I don't sell them anymore. I think it's a digital version available on my website. Go to francescaramber.com. The digital version of this is available. Now, I live and die by this. So on a Sunday, I transfer everything over. There's not much on this week because we're not back at school and stuff, but I put in everything that me and the girls are doing and I can just see it. And I have this out in my kitchen so I don't have to have my diary open all the time, but I can just see it at a glance like, oh, Tuesday, right, I've got to go to swimming lesson or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, ooh, rooted in radiance. That is your theme. I'm in my money-making era. Yes, bitch. Oh, someone put stability. Charlotte, stability. There are some years that is all you'll be able to focus on, is how do I get my life stable? And that is time well spent. This is a bit random, but someone put, you can't keep dancing with the devil and wonder why you're still in hell. I love that. I am going to use that all the time. You can't keep dancing with the devil and wonder why you're in hell. Absolutely. It is, isn't it? Try and not do things too perfectly, just get it done. Absolutely. Peaceful restoration after becoming a single mum, spending a whole year healing. You're so fucking wise. So spending a whole year healing from a 17-year relationship breakdown. Absolute. Do you know what? I love, Kirsty, that you've not said, I'm going to manifest in you, man. I'm going to manifest. No, just a year of healing and debriefing from a 17-year. Absolutely. I think that's incredible. Nikki says, I've lost it. Living my truth. That's gone. Cherry says, CEO energy. Yes, bitch. I love that for you. Okay. Right. I'm going to write my mission statement later because, again, I seem to talk too much and we've gone way over time. And I take you to exercise 11, which is the final step. This is time to create your vision board. Now, having a vision board, I think it's fucking incredible, right? It is such a powerful tool to have. I personally have mine. I don't have one at the moment. How do I find the other options of my screensaver? Bo, do you know how to do it? Oh, yes, I do know how to do it. Okay, is there one I can actually show you? No. Oh, yeah, this is one. So this is one that I had. I don't know if you can see this actually. I've got a really blurry. You don't need to see it. It's fine. This is one I had on my phone. It had the cover of my book that I really wanted. Penguin wanted to give me like a really beige, boring cover, and I was like, no, I want it to be bright pink and gold. I had like Sunday Times bestseller. I had Breakfast TV that I was on. I had quite a few things on there. Putting a vision board on your phone as a screensaver is such a life hack because we used to do it cutting out pictures from magazines. Number one, the problem with that is you are limited to what pictures you can find in a magazine. If you are looking online, whether on Instagram, on Pinterest, whatever, you are able to find pretty much the exact images that you want. Take it a step further, without destroying the environment completely, you can use ChatGPT to create images for you. So I actually asked ChatGPT to create an image of my house and what it would look like rendered and clad. Now, I have no interest in doing that to my house. It also looks, ChatGPT showed me, it looks absolutely shit. But in the past, that was something that I really thought about. So you can ask ChatGPT, if you put a photo of yourself, you could say, take this image of me and put me on a yacht. Put me, in this particular school uniform, like this school I want to go to, whatever it might be. So you can use ChatGPT to help you with your vision board. Now, I tend to choose 9 images, so 3 by 3. And I do that in an app called, what is it called? Layouts, that's the one. It's free, it's easy. And then I set that as the screensaver and the home screen of my phone. Now, the reason why we do it on our phone is we are then going to see that hundreds of times a day. I think there's like a stat that like we pick up our phones or we unlock our phones like 250 times a day or something ridiculous. So rather than having it hanging on a wall where you're never going to see it, you have it on your phone where you are subconsciously seeing it multiple times a day. Now, whether you want to make a vision board for the entire year or a particular area of your life, or just for quarter one. You might just want to do the first half of the year. Do you know what I mean? It's up to you. For me, I always find the less on there and the more focused it is, the more specific the outcome and the faster it will arrive for me. If I have a page that has like a million different things on it, it ain't going to happen, all right? So that is something for you to do based on your goal list now. After we finish this call, because I think people are going to be like, I've been here for 500 years. Okay, that's it. That has come to the end of our goal setting party. Thank you so much for doing this with me for, oh my God, the 5th year now. This is honestly the highlight of my whole festive season. I so enjoy doing it. And especially after Twixmas, just being in the house and watching TV and like not really doing very much, the energy feels so right to be doing it right now when you just feel ready to fucking go. So that's it. We're here. Now, if you want to come and check in mid-year, we will be doing it on, I feel like it's like the 6th of June or something, isn't it? We don't have a specific date, but if you want to come and do the mid-year motivation, it's basically a shortened version of this where we check in mid-year and see how on track you are for your goals. And you will not believe, right, if you are setting your goals and you're doing your self-development and you're taking action, you wouldn't believe how quickly your goals will change and evolve. So you might find yourself coming back here in 6 months or a year and being like, oh my God, so much has changed. Like there are certain things I don't want anymore. There are certain things that I've tried and not for me, or I'll fucking tick that shit off. I'm ready, for the next thing. So if you want to come and do that, you can find it at, where can you find it? Work. Yeah, Jay's just nodding. Yeah, you can find it at workwithfrancescaamber.com. .co.uk is for fools. I always think, why would people choose a .co.uk? Anyway, if you've got a .co.uk, I didn't mean to offend you. Anyway, what else do I have to tell you? I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys flourish. Please do tag me in your things. People always do screenshots of like me, and it's usually me being like, so please, if you want to take a screenshot of you doing the goal setting party, take this screenshot. I'm here. But yeah, please do share it on social media. Let people know that you've done this. Tag me. I'm at Francesca Amber, and I'll share as many as I can. I'm so grateful for you being here. And I do have one last thing to say, don't I? I do have one last thing to say. We weren't going to actually announce this until after January the 1st, but we thought because you bitches are here and you're like up for it, that I would tell you early. Now, this is something I'm a little bit nervous about because I've never done it before. Should we just put the image up and show them? So this is something completely new that we will be doing on the 14th of January. It is, I've forgotten what it's called, Hot Girl January, Step into Abundance. Now, there is something that I have felt very, very, it just keeps niggling me. And it's that there is this, how much do you love that picture? I love it. I love it. So for me, I have found my best manifesting has come when I've combined manifestation with movement. And I saw a reel today actually about a neuroscientist, and he said, when you take physical action when you are manifesting, or you take physical action in alignment with what you want. So I always talk about when I first met my husband, like our very first day, I went home, decluttered my wardrobe, decluttered my whole flat. He was living there like 8 weeks later. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like that. You take a physical action with the intention. And the more I go on this journey, the more I realize that when I combine physical movement with manifestation or visualization, I have insane results, okay? Insane. Now, of course, it's also January. People want to move more. People want to hit their step counts. People want to fucking have a hot girl summer. I'm basically inviting you to come and join me on hot girl walks for 2 weeks. Now, this is my only private WhatsApp group. I've never really done anything in a WhatsApp group before. There's going to be a WhatsApp group where you can all support each other. And every day, every day, I'm going to be putting voice notes in, videos, motivation, inspiration, and also guided walking visualizations. Now, if you've listened to my podcast for any length of time, you will know that some of my biggest manifestations came when I had quite a long commute and I'd have to walk across London Bridge every day, and I would visualize and walk at the same time. So I'm very, very excited for this. It's very casual. It's very low price. So it's normally, is it £22? It's normally 22. Look, we don't remember, but you guys can get it for just 15, which is obviously very, very low price. It's a 2-week challenge. You're basically doing this with a community of people. You get me in your ear every day, and it's just going to be fucking amazing. So just think, WhatsApp voice notes, little random videos from me, and some little surprises too, and some walking visualizations. I'm very, very excited about it. Jay, can we show them the other image as well, just for lols? Oh, no, you can't. Don't worry. I'm going to put it on my Instagram soon enough when I announce it after January. Oh, it's just £15. You're right. Sorry. Thanks for asking that. It's £15. That offer is only for you guys, and it's only for the next 24 hours. So if you do want that at just the £15, you sign up. We will send you a link, I think about a week before it starts, with the WhatsApp group, with all the details. And it's just a place, like basically it's just community. It's like our own little fat club, okay? Except it's not fat club, it's fit club, okay? I'm excited. Who am I? I've joined a gym. I go to Pilates. I walk for an hour every day. I'm doing a hot gold January walk. Who the hell am I? Anyway, thank you, bitches. Thank you for being here. I hope we do this every year until I die. I love you. Keep me updated with your goals. I love, love, love to hear how you're going with this. I really do. And it brings me so much joy when I hear you saying, like I've got a few of these messages today saying, I did this last year and so many of my goals have manifested. So many of my dreams have come true. Remember, this is a bit of tough love, but no one is coming to save you, okay? I had to say this to my friend Susie the other day. I have to give her a bit of tough love every now and then. And she was saying about like, oh, I never like got a house. Oh, no one like came to like make me earn more money doing my spray tanning and like promote it. And I said, do you know what, Susie? Because no one gives a shit. This is the truth. No one gives a shit. The only person who is going to truly care about your life and what you make of it is you. No one's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your children, not your partner, not that 25-year-old on Tinder. Nobody. You are the person that gets to create the life of your dreams, and you alone. So I can't wait to see your results. Fucking smash your year, bitches, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye. Oh, am I still...